Hey all, it's Alisha. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to our Christmas collab. Now this week we were challenged to create wreaths. No judging, folks. Try to be as gentle as possible, but this is your girl's first time ever attempting to make a wreath. And I had this idea in my head. I saw these little wooden circles at the dollar store in Canada, and originally I thought I was going to paint them and then decorate them into a wreath. But when I did the prototype, I didn't love it. And I was really inspired by a large wreath that I saw on these DIY show on YouTube from a lady who was like building a giant wreath that she was making out of dollar store stuff. And I was like, can I make miniatures? Because y'all know I like miniatures, right? Well, folks, I gotta tell you, wreath making is not as easy as it looks. I did manage to do it. Here are my shabby Christmas wreaths, miniatures. They were made using these wooden rings. Now, if you can believe this, y'all, I took a frosted kind of glimmery, shimmery, tool-like material that I hand wrapped around all of this. The first one or two were a little rough going, guys, because to make this even, it looks so easy when I see people do it on YouTube videos, but you know what, y'all? It's not easy to do. And it took me a couple of times. You'll notice which one of these is like perfect, and this one has like it's a little bit less perfect. But I got better at it. The more I did it, the better I got at it. So basically, I took one of these, I wrapped it carefully in wreath wrapping in a holographic, although you won't be able to tell on my camera, on the holographic kind of wreath wrapping. Using material and sort of an organza type material that has this sort of holographic threading through it. Then I took those amazing holographic pearls that Miss Marilyn sent, and I wrapped those around very, very carefully, as you can see, to create a further wrapping. Then I attached 2 different shades of pink flowers to the top, and I added gemmies as the decor. Now, it doesn't seem like it's very complicated for a wreath, but I have to tell you, these were really hard to do. I know that's hysterically funny, but they were difficult for this girl to do well. And I kept thinking about Anna Stratus's projects and how beautifully executed they were. So I worked at it and I worked at it. You can see this one's a little wonkier. It's a little uneven there, whereas the stringing on this one is much better. I got better at it. I think leave it to the shabby and vintage folks, guys. They make beautiful things, but they always look simpler than they are. And this is a prime example of that, because these were not easy to do. I'm still really glad I made them. I'm glad I learned how to make them. I think they're super pretty embellishments. I love miniatures, but folks, wow, a bigger investment of time. Whereas these little ones, which I made, these wreaths I made as decor to put on some packaging. Were a lot less work to make. Basically, I bought the wreath base as these ornaments from the dollar store. And then what I did was I layered up 2 different layers of those shaker, see those shaker stickers? Then I put gemmies in to make the florals stick out. Then I built up 2 layers of snowflakes and then put a gemmy in the center of them. And then did that all the way around on this one to create this for the packaging.
It's 7 o'clock.
And there's our man. There's our man, guys. And that's number 1. And then number 2, I actually repurposed one of Marilyn's amazing flowers, and I used one of her amazing flowers for this one to create a snowflake one. So they're a little bit different. Each one that I made is a little different. They're wreaths to go on packaging for swaps and also nice list packages. But they were a lot easier to make than these wreaths that were completely made by hand and wrapped by hand. That said, I do like how these turned out. So it's one of those things where the investment of time is worth it, but boy, they look simple, but they are not simple, folks. They are not. But in person, they're very pretty. So I guess, if you want something to be pretty and you want to build it all the way from the base up, that's the kind of effort it takes. Whereas this, I began with a base and then created from there. So those are my wreaths for this week, my first ever wreaths. I don't usually make wreaths for the holidays. I like the ones for the packaging. I think they're going to look super cute on the packages. And I do like these wreath embellishments. I do. Let me know what you all think. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, especially since this is a first time ever. And even after prototyping, I struggled a bit. And don't forget to check out all of the talented, innovative makers. We're getting all sorts of innovation, and I know we're all super busy this time of year, But you know what, folks? The projects that have been coming out have been outstanding, so it's worth watching. All right, all those channels are listed down below. Thanks again, and we'll see you all next week. Bye for now.